Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This video is going to be a shop my stash. I'm going to go through the drawer. We are going to talk about the products that were in here from last time around. I know I added a couple items and I pulled out a couple items, but we'll talk about what's in here and then we'll go ahead and shop my new makeup drawer for some of new items, and then we'll go through the stash and pull out items to use to focus on. If you like shop my stash videos, please keep on watching. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy it. And now let's go ahead and get into the video. I I have to start off by saying I'm gonna try my best to swatch on this arm today. I did recently get a tattoo and I could not basically swatch on this arm or do much on this arm for quite some time. I tried swatching before starting to film this video, but it was like, oh man, I can't see anything. So we're gonna have to swatch on this arm. I'm gonna try my best. I hope you guys don't mind some wonky swatches, but fair warning, that's gonna be happening. I finally did it, you guys. I finally got my tattoo. Backstory is my kitty. She passed away last year. It's been almost a year and 5 months now. But I loved my Luna, so I really wanted to have a tattoo in memory of my Luna, and there she is. I love it. It's not completed yet. I do have another appointment to go, but I love it. All right, let's get into it. This arm is going to get some use today. I'm going to talk about what's in here. I know a friend of mine visited me, and then my niece visited me, and they both like makeup, so they kind of went crazy on my collection. Know that they pulled out a couple items from here, and I did purchase a couple items. So this drawer looks a little bit different than last time around, but it's all right. We're just gonna go with it. I'm gonna start with powders. I did have this is the translucent radiant loose setting powder. I actually have been enjoying it. I like the convenient package of it. It fits, you know, in my travel bag easily. So there's that one. I am gonna go ahead and pull it out. The items that I'm gonna keep in, I'll say I'm gonna keep it. Everything else is coming out. This is TirTir, and this is in the shade 80 Glow Pink. This has a little bit of like radiance in it. It has like some shimmer. They're not big particles of shimmer, but it makes it a little bit difficult to use under my eye area. I can use it kind of like as a finishing powder. But under my eye, I have not found the best way to use it. Again, it is a glowy product, so I didn't expect to be able to do that. I also had the Huda Beauty Easy Bake, and this is in the shade Cupcake. Really been enjoying these. I'm finally getting some use out of them, out of my Huda powders. And I have the by Terry. This is a hyaluronic pressed hydra powder. I don't find it hydrating at this point. It's a little bit older, but I am really enjoying it, as especially now because it's super duper hot. I am enjoying it on like the center of my face, like my T-zone, to kind of take away that shine. So I am enjoying this one. I do have it in the loose form, but I do like the pressed form because it's just so convenient and it's itty bitty. It's a mini. All right, let's see. Kind of started with powders. I probably should have talked about primers and foundations and all that. For primers, I had the Euphoria. This is the pre-game daily protective primer. I actually really like it. I feel like it sits on my skin beautifully. It does give me a little bit of radiance. I do enjoy it quite a bit. Definitely made a dent in this. I know the other product I had in here was the Can Make sunscreen. That's living in my beach bag now because I really am enjoying it. It melts into the skin beautifully, does not leave a cast, and it has a little bit of glow as well, and it's SPF 50. So this is the only one that's currently in the drawer, or was in the drawer. For foundations, I know I had this one and something else. I want to say I had the House Labs foundation, which I did pull out not that long ago. I did take it with me on travel, and then right when I got back from my trip, I put it back into the stash. But this one, the About Face, what is this one called? The is it Performer? Yeah, the Performer Skin Focused Foundation. And I picked it up in the shade LM1 Neutral. It's a little bit light for me at this time. definitely have a tan. I've been living at the pool and at the beach, really enjoying the sun. So this is a little bit light for me. I have not been reaching for it that often. I did really like it though when I did use it. So you know, it's been good. So far, so good with that one. Okay, for concealers, I had these two, and I had a color corrector. I had the Cali Ray Hideaway brightening, hydrating under eye serum concealer, and this is in the shade Warm Sun Glow. I really like it. I like the formula of it. I like the peachy color of it. Works really well under concealer. A little bit is all I need. And then the other two concealers I had the House Labs concealer, and this is in the shade 14. It's the on the peachy side. It is a thicker formula, so you don't need quite a bit of it. It does have nice coverage. Where, like, for example, the Say, which I really am enjoying, is a thinner formula. It is a medium coverage, but it blends effortlessly. That's such a hard word to say. Anyway, the Say concealer, I am loving it. I did have it in two shades. I had shade 5 and shade 6. Shade 5 did not look very flattering on my skin tone, even when I was a little bit lighter. So I ended up taking that one back, and I did just keep the shade 6. I purchased both because I wasn't sure which one is gonna fit me better. Okay. Next up, let's talk about, how about we talk about bronzers? For bronzers, I had one cream bronzer, and this is the LYS No Limits bronzer, and this is in the shade Harmony. I really am enjoying it. It's a super creamy bronzer. It's been so hot. I'm like, did it melt? Did it melt away? No, it did not. But it's super creamy. It's very easy to blend, very easy to use. If I want just a little bit, I kind of like tilt it on the side and use the side of it. If I want a lot, I'll just use it that way. But yeah, it's been a lot of fun playing with this one. For powder bronzers, I did have Gucci. This is in the shade 3 medium. 3 medium? No, just says 3. Bronzing powder in the shade 03. It says a good one. It's a little bit on the red tone, which is typically what shade I turn when I first start tanning. So I've definitely been loving this one, been enjoying it. I also had the House Labs bronzer, and this is in the shade medium level 6. I love this stuff. I have it in the shade 4, which is for my lighter days, my winter time. Shade 6 is just great for this time of the year. Yeah, really love it. I'm enjoying it just as much as I enjoyed the shade 4. I also have the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Powder or bronzer. This is in the shade Luminous Bronze Light. Really pretty. It's very glowy bronzer. And then the other bronzer I had is the RMS Beauty, and this is in the shade Malibu Muse. They only have, what, 3 or 4 shades of this one. I think this was the second, so not the lightest, but the one right after it. It's actually a pretty good bronzer for me for this time. I really, really am enjoying the formula. I'm enjoying the radiance of it. See, it's a habit to just use my right hand to swatch items. I'm gonna try and, make sure that you can see the swatches. But yeah, I love it. I think I'm gonna go ahead and pull it out though. I want to play with some other bronzers that have been around in the collection for a while. Let's do blushes next. I'm gonna start with the cream blush that I had in here. This is also by LYS, and this is in the shade Bubbly. Oh my goodness, this is so pretty. It definitely has melted into, yeah, see, it's been like in the 90s. I do have air conditioning and a fan on, but still, this is so pretty, you guys. And it actually, like, you don't need a whole lot from it. I do get color even when I use a little tiny bit. Oh, it's so pretty. I'm gonna pull that one out, and then kind of have a blush crazy over here. I've got quite a few. Here we are. We'll talk about the duos by Patrick Ta. I have the shade She's the Moment and She's That Girl. You guys, I cannot stop playing with these. I love them. Both the powder and the cream. I really am enjoying it. That's She's the Moment, more tangerine color. And She's That Girl. Just a beautiful, like, pinky blush. So pretty. Okay. I'm gonna pull both of these out. And yeah, I definitely am blush crazy in here. Okay, let's talk about the blushes from I have a problem. You think I have a problem? Let's talk about the blushes from Rare Beauty. I have the shade Happy, Hope, and Joy. I had the shade Happy in here in the drawer. I think I also had the shade Hope. Maybe, I don't remember. But this one, when my niece visited me, she tried this blush and she's like, she took it. She basically took my first shade of Happy. When I returned the Stay Concealer, I just could not live without this shade, the shade Happy. So I went ahead and I picked it up again. I repurchased it. Yes, I just could not have it. And you can tell I've been using the crap out of it because I already have the side pan again. Now the shade Hope was one that I purchased when I first purchased Happy. So I'm playing with it again. I really enjoy it. It's a little bit less pinky and more on the mauve. Not as bright as the other one, but still stunning. And then I picked up the shade Joy because, well, my friends keep talking about it. And then I watched some reviews and a lot of people were loving it. So I got it. And I gotta say, it is gorgeous, you guys. It is so, so pretty. Super pretty. Look at it. Gorgeous shade. It looks like a highlighter for me now, right? But I was able to use it. We'll talk about Kosas in a bit because that's gonna stay. I also have the House Labs blush, and this is in French Rosette. The formula of this one is so stinking nice. Looks like I barely used it and I reached for it quite a few times. It is so pretty, such a beautiful shade and formula. And then we had the RMS Beauty. This is in the shade Crystal Slipper. It's very neutral, kind of like goes with anything sort of blush. Oh, hi. Here, you can see me and my phone, filming with my phone. Anyway, a beautiful, very neutral, goes with anything kind of blush. Really, really pretty. I love it. I'm happy I picked up this shade. The blush by Kosas in the shade Blush. Wait, no, it's called The Blush is Life, and this is the shade Hype. I could not help myself. I really could not help myself. I picked this one up and then I picked up another shade, which I haven't played with yet. I'm going to keep this one in the drawer because, again, I haven't played with it much. Not as much as I played with the Rare Beauty blushes, but I'm going to go ahead and do a quick swatch of this one. Look how gorgeous that is. My God. It's not as glowy as the Rare Beauty blushes, but very, very pretty and looks stunning on the skin too. So this one is staying. And again, this is in the shade Hype. Okay, more blushes. I had, well, it's not really a blush, but I did use it as a blush. This is the Dior Illuminator. And this one is in the shade Rosy. I definitely use this one as a glowy blush. Really loved it. And then I have it in the shade Peachy, which I actually use as a highlighter. It's beautiful. It's a gorgeous highlighter. Really, really loved it. Another cream highlighter I had is this Refi. This is in the shade Topaz. This is good for me now. It was a little bit dark when I first played with it because I have basically no color, like no tan whatsoever. And it is a little bit like if I want to use it as a base for my foundation, I do need to have some color, or even if I want to use it as a highlighter, I need a little bit of color to my skin, but it's such a beautiful highlighter, really gorgeous. I want to keep it, or do I want to pull it out? I think I'm going to pull it out. I do have a new product. Well, not new. I have a product that I would like to play with. So I'm going to pull this one out as well. Okay, for other highlighters that we had in the door, we had the Smashbox X Vlada Petal Metal Highlighter, and this is in the shade Gilded Rose. There is that one. So pretty. I had the, this is by Lancome, and this is in the shade Sparkling Pesh. feel like this is super intense. Even when I go very light-handed, this guy is just blinding. I really enjoy the formula of it, and I do really like it. From Chanel, I have the highlighting powder, and this is in the shade Ivory Gold. This is a very subtle highlighter. Very, very subtle, but it's just, it looks so nice on the skin. I almost swatched it, but I don't need to keep swatching these ones. Okay, I'm gonna pull that out. And I also had the Sephora luminizer, and this is in the shade Sparkling Honey. I think this was the one that I reached for the most. It's so pretty. And then finally for highlighter, I had the Clé de Peau, and this is in the shade 203 Sunset's Brilliance. This is my deeper one of the two, and this was just also perfect for this time of the year with a little bit of color. It was kind of like almost like that blush by Rare Beauty, the blush Joy, you know, it has that kind of tint to it. It's kind of like a blush highlighter thing, but the formula is just amazing. Blends into the skin like nothing. I have been concentrating my brush on this side, but if I do swirl it in all over, I can just use this as like a blush topper, you know, or a blush. Let's talk about the face palette we had in here. We had Cali Kissed by Smashbox. I did not use all of the palette. I think I just used the bottom row. I didn't reach for the top row, but it's all right. I had some newer products to play with. Let's go ahead and talk about eyeshadow palettes. I had a few in here. All right. Start with Sultry. I really loved it. I really enjoyed it. I liked the neutral, easy to use. I enjoyed everything about it. All right, we also have Mary Jane by Melt. I really enjoyed this one. Really enjoyed it. I do have like I find that the shimmers in here are a little bit difficult to work with. Like for example, the shade Sweet Lucy, all of them I feel like a little bit difficult to work with. Like I felt like the best way to use it, my God, I keep getting reflections. I'm sorry, but it's just gonna have to do. I feel like the best way to use them is through with my finger, or I have to wet my brush before dipping into them. They have quite a bit of fallouts if I'm using them with a brush, but if I really melt it into my finger, like with my finger, and then swipe it on, kind of like tap and like give it a little drag on the eye, I don't get as much fallout. I do love the shades that are in here, so I'm still holding on to this one. I know it wasn't a favorite for quite a few people when it first came out. I think probably like the formula was, you know, not their typical Melt Cosmetics formula. All right, we had a couple more palettes. I did have the Pat McGrath. This is the Mothership One Subliminal Eyeshadow Palette. I was in the mood for cool tones, obviously. Really gorgeous palette. The only shade I think I did not reach for was the blue shade. Other than that, I used pretty much everything else that's in here. Next, I had Cold Moon by Inslee Rain Cosmetics. This thing is so pretty. Like, it is gorgeous. All these multi-chrome shimmery shades are stunning. Really pretty. I definitely gave it some love. And then we had two more. I think I also had in here a 4-pan by Pat McGrath, I think. Let's talk about these. These are by Glaminatrix Cosmetics. Shimmery shades, gorgeous. I think I did use all of these. And then I have the Fairy Lights from Glaminatrix as well. This one, I did not use everything. I don't think I reached for the pink shade or the gold shade. These two I did not use on my eyes. But other than that, it's so pretty. A little bit goes a very long way. Like I barely need to dip my finger and then just apply it on my eyes and it's gorgeous. Alrighty. For don't have anything new in here. I did put some new mascaras in here. I opened some new mascaras because the ones that I had were drying out. So I have Monsieur Big by Lancome. This is from last time around. This is the Max Stacked. I really am enjoying it. I have a Maybelline The Falsies Surreal. And I have this Gucci sample, mascara sample. I'm not so sure I love it. I feel like it doesn't do much for my lashes. And then for eyeliners, I have these two, Kulfi, and this is in the shade Cheeky Shiku, maybe? I don't know. I did not use it much, but this one by Give, I used quite a bit, and this is in the shade Settle Brown. I need to sharpen it again. It's such a beautiful, really, really pretty eyeliner. Enjoyed it. I have the Kaja stamp, one right, like the right and the left, you know, cat eye stamp. It's been really helping, except now I ran out of liquid liners. I had a few and I was passing them on to friends and family. I don't think I have any left. We're gonna have to look through the stash. And then this guy, this is the NYX Fill and Fluff. This is like a clear brow product. It's got like this kind of spoolie. I don't know how I feel about it. I wasn't like the biggest fan, but I'm like, okay, we're still testing it out. It came as a free gift sometime, probably from Ulta. And then for lippies, I do know that I pulled some lippies out. I pulled some lippies in, but we're going to talk about what's in here. I have the one liner from Tower 28. This is in the shade Work of Art. Really nice neutral shade, nude shade. We have the Give Pout to Get Real Do Whatever lip liner. I've made a big dent in this one. You can see all waxy and looking nasty. But yeah, this guy, I don't have much left in here. I've been really enjoying this one. Oh, I say not much left. I do have quite a bit left in here. Never mind. I also pulled this one in recently. This is the NYX Peekaboo Neutral. I wanted a nude lip liner. It's a little bit more pink. And this was great. I have the ColourPop Lippy Pencil. This is in the shade Heart On. I really enjoyed it, especially with that lip look that I did, which was by Charlotte Tilbury. And then this one. These three basically were a lip look. This is in the shade Underground. This is Charlotte Tilbury, the Velvet lip line in the shade Underground. And then I topped it with a Dose of Colors liquid lip. I really don't know the name of this one, but they looked really pretty. I had a couple more lippies in here. I had the Vasanti Power Oils lip gloss. This is in the shade Supermom. I really enjoy it. I had Tilbury, what's her name? Pat McGrath, and this is in the shade Her Majesty. Really pretty pinky nude. I'm gonna pull it out. And then I had the House Labs PhD lip oil, Hyper lip glaze, not lip oil, and this is in the shade Guava. Super comfortable on the lips. Enjoy it. This one I did not use. This is the Jésus lip oil. I'm gonna keep it in here. And then I purchased this one recently from Sephora. This is Rose Ink in the shade Their Union. I don't know how it is. I have not used it on my lips yet, but I purchased it when I saw that Sephora was getting rid of all of Rose Ink. This was one of the items that were still available. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna pick it up. So I picked it up. And then for setting sprays, I had these two in here. I had TirTir Mask Fit Makeup Fixer. Really am enjoying it. This is actually in a project. I think I'm gonna keep it in here. And I had the Milani Make It Last. I definitely made a dent in this. It was almost brand new. Really like this one. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and put stuff away that I pulled out. There are a couple items that I have been using recently. So I'm gonna just throw them in here real quick, and then we will talk, and then we'll shop my stash for new items. Alrighty, you guys, let's go ahead and shop my stash for new items to use. I'm gonna start with my new makeup drawer. I have quite a bit of stuff. So let's talk about these. I have the Inslee Rain Cosmetics Groovy Garden eyeshadow palette. This was sent to me by my friend Mariella as an early birthday present. Now, there was a sale, and we had to. Really wanted this palette, and I really wanted her to have the cold moon. So she picked this one up for me, and I picked up the cold moon for her birthday. I'll have her channel in the description box. I feel like I really want to reach for it, but I think that I'm gonna wait because it is gives me like fall vibes. So I think I'm gonna wait on this one. Let's see, what else do we have in here? I do have okay, I think it's time. I think it's time we pull in this Bridgerton palette. Gosh, this was what, more than a year old, probably. I don't know. This is the last Bridgerton collab with Pat McGrath. I know, man. They just released a new season, so I was surprised that she didn't do another collab with them. I'm gonna go ahead and pull this one in. This was the Starstruck Splendor. So I'm gonna pull this one in. Got 2 blushes, 9 eyeshadows. So we're gonna do this one. Okay, I think that might be the only eyeshadow palette I pull in for this time around. I'm gonna hold on to the Groovy Garden. I'm gonna wait until maybe, let's see, we're in June. I kind of want to play with it though. My birthday's in August. Yeah, it's quite a ways to go, and fall is quite a ways to go. I think I'm still gonna pull it in. I think I'll be able to use the top 2 rows. I wouldn't have to reach for the darker bottom row if I didn't want to go, you know, like too fall. I think I'm gonna pull it in. I've got to. I have really been enjoying the Inslee Rain eyeshadow formula. Like, really enjoyed the Cold Moon palette. I do have a few items, like I said. I do want to pull quite a few in. Most likely we'll be pulling quite a few in. I finally ordered the e.l.f. Power Grip Dewy Setting Spray. I've been going through setting spray like crazy. I think I finished 2 in the month of maybe it was May and June, or was it just June? I finished 2 sprays, so I felt like, and then I'd finished 2 in the past months before, so I finished like 4 sprays at least this year, like full-size ones. So I'm like, I can justify buying a new one. Setting spray was not on like a list. Like, I was not gonna purchase any setting sprays this year. And then I'd give away 1 or 2 to one to my niece and 1 to my friend. So like, I'm justifying adding 1 to the collection. I think this will be the only one that I add this year. I might repurchase the Charlotte Tilbury. I only have a travel size available. So I might buy the full size during the VIP sale. But yeah, don't want to add too many setting sprays to the collection. I'm going to pull this one in. Needless to say, I'm going to pull that one in. I have a couple of blushes, cream blushes. Let's see. This one, and this is the cheek tint. Here's the cheek tint. So the cream blushes that I picked up recently, I have the Give Dewy Plump cheek tint, and I picked up the shade Hibiscus. I'm gonna pull it in. I think I'm gonna pull all 3 in. I also picked up the Say Chili Dewy Blush. I got this during the Sephora sale, so it's been in here for a while. I'm gonna pull it in. And then I recently picked up the e.l.f. Halo Glow blush, and this one in the shade Rosé You Slay. I have it in a different shade, which I traveled with not that long ago, and I really enjoyed it. So I wanted to pick up another one of these, just a different shade. So I got that. I did repurchase my Tower 28 concealer. My niece, she wiped me out of Tower 28 products. I'm waiting for Sephora sale to repurchase my Tower 28 lip glosses. She left me none. I love those lip glosses. I mean, I did give her permission to take whatever she wanted from my collection. So she really went for these trendy brands. She's 13, so... Anyway, I did repurchase my Tower 28 in K-Town. I miss it. I do want to pull it in and play with it. And I did pick up, let's see, a few foundations. We got the Superstay by Maybelline. As soon as I received it, I took away that dropper thing and I put a pump. I cannot deal with the dropper, you guys. It's just, I can't. It's not for me. I used it once and I really liked it. So I'm going to pull it in again. It was a little bit deeper for me. So it's shade 129. I think it's a perfect shade for now. I'm gonna pull this one in. And I did pick up a replacement for the L'Oreal True Match Nude. I think I have like just a few uses left in mine. And I was like, I knew I was going to repurchase it. Ulta had 10 times the points on foundation. And I want to say that L'Oreal was buy one, get one half off. So I got a replacement and I got the True Match. And this is in the shade N3. It might be a little bit light for now, but I just wanted to let you know I did repurchase these foundations. I did pick up the e.l.f. Soft Glam Satin Foundation. I got this one in the shade 25 Light Neutral. Honestly, I don't think that it's going to be a good match for me right now. So I might not, I don't know. I don't know if I'll be able to use it is what I'm thinking. Let's see. Yeah, this might be too light for now. But I just could not help myself. What should I do? I cannot like totally blend into my arm. I have the TirTir foundation and I have LYS, my summer shade in LYS. That's kind of what I'm leaning towards. So I feel like I don't want to pull in 4 foundations. That's just a bit much. I might just pull this one in to try it out to see how it is. And if it matches, I'll put it in the drawer. Yeah, I don't know. 4 foundations would be a lot, huh? Yeah, it would be a lot. I think I'm going to hold off. Which one do I want to hold off on? Oh, screw it. I really want to try them. I'm going to pull in the e.l.f. and I'm going to pull in the Maybelline Superstay. Both of these, I might pull out TirTir, maybe, and I'll skip the LYS. I'm going to go ahead and put these 2 back here. When Ulta had that 10 times points on foundations, that for some reason it included this one, the Dior Forever Glow Star Filter, and I got it in the shade 2. I was just telling you guys, like, I was shopping for my normal shade and I'm like, well, crap, I can't even use this one now. It looks so light. I think I need the shade 3, which I might just pick up anyways. So, you know, I screwed up. I totally screwed up with that. I think just too light, but I really want to try it. So I guess we're pulling it in. I got the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk Big Lip Plump Gasm. I did use it. I got the shade Fair Medium. Oh my god, this hurt my teeth. I could feel it on my teeth, like the tingly, painful sensation. I am definitely taking it back to Ulta. The color is stunning. I felt like it looked so pretty on the lips too. Like the formula is so smooth, filled up the lines, but it's so painful. Like my teeth felt it. I'm like, okay, no, we're not doing this. So this is gonna go back to Ulta. It's been in here because I need to go to Ulta, and I have a feeling it's going to be more than 30 days whenever I end up taking it. But what are you going to do? What else do we have? Ooh, I have new blushes. I have, yeah, blush and bronzer. Sorry, blush and bronzer. I'm going to pull in the Kosas Butterflies in baby. The shade, it's described as a cool baby pink. I don't know what the other shade, the shade Hype, was described as, but we're pulling in Butterflies. And my friend talked me into this. She's like, you need it, you need it, you really need it, you really need it, you really need it. We went to Sephora together, and she's like, okay, if I'm liking this, you need it. So I got the YSL. See, it's confusing. This is the All Hours Hyper Bronze, and I got the shade 02. So I'm gonna play with it. I'm gonna pull it in because, you know, I was talked into it and I just gotta do it. Feel like I'm pulling in pretty much everything from this drawer. I have an eyeliner I'm gonna skip on. We've got some new lippies as well. Did I show you the one by e.l.f.? Maybe I didn't show it to you. I was gonna keep it in for next week, but I'm not sure what I did with it. But I have the, I purchased the e.l.f. Sunbust Gloss. I got 2 shades. Got this one, which is in the shade Blush Much. I want to say the other one was like Pink Me Up or something like that. I can't remember what it was called. It's been living or was living in my beach bag because I'm like, heck yeah, SPF 25 lippies. So I'm going to pull this one into, oh, probably end up in my beach bag, but I do want to play with them. The other stuff that I got from e.l.f., it was like all an e.l.f. haul, are 2 lip liners. I've been hearing quite a few things, nice things about these. I am going to pull them in, but I remember when I was watching my friend Mariella's Shop My Stash, she said that the names are not on the actual pencil. It's only on here. So I'm gonna have to figure out a way to label them, but I do want to pull them in. I got the shade Truth or Dare, and I got Pinky Swear. So both of these are coming in. This one is going back in here because it's gonna get returned. I have a few lip oils from Milani. I'm not gonna pull either of these in though right now. I kind of want to play with the new Dewy Plum Collagen Lip Gel from Give, and this is in the shade Hibiscus. I had 2 shades. I purchased Hibiscus and another shade, and my niece took that one. She's like, oh my god, you have these already? I'm like, yeah. So she took it. She kept me this one. Thank you. But it goes, I was thinking monochromatic moment with the blush. So I'm going to pull that one in. I got them from Give's website. Was it Memorial Day? Could have been Memorial Day. She had 50% off her website. I don't buy Give from Sephora anymore because she does 50% off site-wide. So, FYI. And I got one more shade of the Icy and Sparkle, and this is in the shade Dazzle. I was ticked off though. My friend Mariella was able to find the golden shade. I have Twinkle and I have this one. I can't remember what the golden shade is. She found it at TJ Maxx for $4.99. I'm like, dang it. I would say that's the gold one was the only one that I'm like, I wasn't as interested in because I do have a lot of gold sparkly shades. I want it kind of cooler tones. I think that will be it from here. That's quite a bit. The drawer is almost empty again, which is okay. I don't mind that. Let's go ahead and move on. Let's see. I think I need a primer. I do not need another setting spray because I have this one from e.l.f. and I have the TirTir one. But I do need primer. So let's go ahead and pull in a few primers, 1 or 2. Okay, for primers, I've got to start playing with some of these, you guys. I have so many that, like this one I hauled sometime last year and I've never used it. This is the Nabla Angel Aura face primer. I'm going to pull it in. I've never tried it and it's been in here for quite some time. So I'm going to pull that one in. And let's see, what else can I pull in? Not a big fan of the e.l.f. I'll probably pass this one on. My niece is like, no primers. I'm like, dang it. I was hoping to upload some primers onto her, but she did not want any. Which is, understandable. It's fine. Let's see. I have been using this one. I had it in a project for 10 uses, and I think I used it quite a few times more than that. I made quite a dent in it, but
I just put it back in. I don't want to pull it in. Let's see. How about... No, I don't know why I have not been like really wanting primers recently. How about we do the MAC Prep and Prime? This is in the shade Radiant Pink. Maybe I can finish it and just get these down a bit. I really have not been playing with that much primers. I've been liking a few that, you know, I just keep going, reaching for. So let's pull this one in. Hopefully we can finish it. Okay, we're gonna reach for the first eyeshadow drawer. I pulled in the 2 palettes. I do want to get a couple more. Although I've been really liking very simple eye looks. I do want to play with my Rowan eyeshadow palettes a little bit more. I have 3. I thought I had 4. It's been a while. So I think I'm going to get the shade 52, which is the cooler tone one. I'm going to play with this one. Yeah, that's so pretty. So we have this one. We have... it's gonna be Mood Forever. Yeah, Mood Forever. Really pretty. Very, very nice warm tone. And then we have, which one is this? Oh, 75 degrees. So this is the warmer tone one. Which is really pretty too. They're all really pretty. I think I'm gonna go for the 52 though. The cooler tone. What else? See, and you know, like my niece, again, I keep bringing up my niece because, again, you know, like some stuff I was like, oh, I hope she would like this and she'd want this. And for eyeshadow palette, she's like, no, I don't want any. like, okay, so it is true. New generations think eyeshadow palettes or eyeshadow are for older ladies. I don't know. I honestly do not care. I'm still gonna play with them. Some of them more than others, but all right. I think that's gonna be it. Just the one eyeshadow palette from here, the Rowan 52 degrees. That's it from here. We'll hit up the other doors. All right, from the next eyeshadow drawer, this is the one that I had in last time, and I really didn't care for it so much. I put it back. That's the Passion Fleur. I don't know. It was not the same as our other one, which like one of them would be, oh, come on. This one, the Voyeuristic Vixen. Oh my God, I love this palette. Like I have some dents in it. I even hit pan and I have a backup of it. Anyway, that one is not the same as this one, which was a bummer. Why don't we do I already pulled in one Pat McGrath palette. How about we do Natasha Denona? She just released the gold palette and I have the original gold palette. So I think I'm gonna, oh my gosh. All right, how I'm gonna do this? Wow, okay. How am I gonna do this? Oh my goodness. I think I'm gonna have to move these 2 out of the way to pull this one out. So I have not been impressed with many new eyeshadow palettes, except like for brands that I don't have, like Ensley Rain or Glaminatrix and all of that. I fall in love with stuff like that more than other eyeshadow palettes. But since she just released the gold one, I think maybe we should just play with this one, give it some more love. This was a pricey little baby, so I'm gonna pull that one in. So I have 1, 2, 3, and a small one. I think I'm gonna go ahead and pull one in from the next drawer. All right, from here, I moved these out of the way. These were just in the drawer. Let's see, what do we have? It's this one. think that's the orgasm one, isn't it? Yeah, orgasm rising. Sick and tired of those names, aren't you? Like, does it? We're beating the bush way too many times. I don't think I'm gonna do NARS. What about? Got ABH. We've got Charlotte. Some melts. Dose of colors. I think, you know, let's do this one. The Carly Bible with ABH. Let's do this. I think that's it. It's plenty of options, I would say. Okay. I definitely do not need foundations. I was gonna pull in the LYS, but I'm gonna skip it. I pulled in quite a few, but I do want some concealers. I only have the Tower 28 one, which is a good shade. I do need a couple more, something a little bit deeper. I think I'm gonna pull in my Natasha Denona High Glam. This is in the shade N8. It's definitely on the, like, my deeper kind of tone. So I'm gonna do this one, and the other one that's a little bit deeper, which I really love, is a concealer that I really love and I haven't played with in a while. And this is the Dior Forever Skin in the shade 2W. It's definitely deeper and more on the olive tone. So perfect. I did use this one today, the NARS brightener. I'm gonna pull it in. I was in love with it for a long time, and then for some reason I took a break from it, and today I'm like, I miss it, so I played with it. It's such a good eye primer. This is the Light Reflecting Eye Brightener, and the shade is Golden Eye. I really enjoy it, and a little bit goes a very long way. So I'm gonna pull it in. That's plenty of concealers. Let's do powders. All right, let's go ahead and pull a couple powders. Let's see, for powders, what are we gonna pull in? I think I'm gonna go ahead and pull in the Glowish by Huda. This is a little bit on the like a little bit, it's got color to it, is what I'm trying to say, and it's definitely on the deeper side, deeper than the shade 03 Light implies. I think I'm gonna pull it in and see if I can make it work. I know the foundation I pulled in is already glowy, but we're gonna see how this guy goes. So I'm gonna do that one. I definitely want to do some loose powders. I think I'm gonna pull in this guy. This is the Muji translucent powder. I don't know what the name is. I want to say just natural, maybe. I don't know. Know that this is the glowy one because I already labeled it. Yeah, it looks more glowy. So I'm gonna pull in this one, the not glowy, not the pearl one, the normal one. And let's see. Wow, I have not used this guy in quite some time. This is the Haley's Retouch Perfecting Powder. Let's pull it in. I don't know what I think about it. I don't even remember what I thought about it. I know some of Haley's products worked for me and some of them did not. Are they even still around? I'm not sure. So I'm going to pull this one in. I think that will be it for powders. If I have issues and my powders did not work, I can come back in here. Although it would not be a good idea to pull in a waterproof one. Let's do it. The Urban Decay Prince Collab. This is the All Nighter Waterproof Setting Powder. So we'll do that one too. It's a lot of powders. I kind of want to go through my single shadows, mainly like sticks. So let's do that. Okay, so we've got shadow sticks. We've got some cream shadows. We've got all types of stuff in here. I want to see if I have any liquid aligners remaining because the KVD one I had is dried out. All right, so clearly I don't have any liquid liners remaining in the stash. These need to be gone through. This drawer for sure needs to be gone through. because there's just too many things that never get used. I guess I can pull in one and start pulling in one at a time and seeing how I feel about them, if they work or not. There's nothing worse than holding on to a liner and thinking it works and it just does not. I don't know if I want black. I've been really loving we've got this one by Melt. I've been really loving like the more bronzy browns. So we have from Melt, we have the shade 420, we've got the shade Columbia, Rich Brown, and Lamia. I think I'm gonna go, let's do the shade Rich Brown. I should be, ooh, I've never used it, yes. All right, I'm gonna pull it in. Okay, what I really wanted from here is I really wanted some creams or sticks or something. So let's see, what do we have? I did try these two, the Charlotte Tilbury ones. I took them with me on travel and I really liked them. So let's see, what else do we have? Let's pull in the one by e.l.f. This one, this is in the shade, this is the No Budge Shadow Stick, and this one in the shade Rose Gold. Yeah, just the one. That's enough. I just wanted to play with them. Let's go ahead and what do we want to get? Do I want a face palette? I think I'm gonna skip the face palette drawer, but let's go ahead and get some bronzers. Okay, for bronzers, I think I only have one pulled in. I do want to pull in the Charlotte Tilbury contour one because this is just so nice for giving me that like same kind of tanned look, sunburnt look on my face. I wear a lot of SPF that I get on my body. So I'm definitely going to pull this one in. And now we can pull in some other ones. Ooh, how about we do the Kosas? I really like this one. It's super beautiful and glowy. This is in the shade Beachy. And what else do we have that gives that kind of like, ooh, how about we do, I hate how bulky this is. This Laura Mercier one, this is in the shade Ritual. And then I have the one from YSL. One more? What do we think? Should we do the Patrick Ta duo? Yeah, this looks really nice. All right, let's do this one. Let's get some blushes. I know I have like 2 or 3 blushes already, so I don't want to get too many, but I do want to get some. My blush drawer is just exploding. Not so. You know, I think I'm gonna do Paradise Venus from Pat. This is a little bit deeper and it's so pretty. I haven't played with it in a while. There's this one. Or actually, no, I'm gonna skip it. I'm not gonna do that one. I want something bright, like pinky. Ooh, let's do Pomegranate Fizz from RMS. Let's do this one. Oh yeah, that's pretty. And how about, what else do we have? What's good? A lot of stuff is really good. It's like, why don't we pull in this Dior one? This is in the shade Rosy Glow. No, this is the Rosy Glow blush and the shade is Cherry. Look at that. Oh my, that's too bright. Yeah, and then I'm gonna get some, I gotta get some subtle because I'm gonna have wild cheeks otherwise. How about we do Brilliant Nude from NARS. This is the perfect subtle. Okay. Not NARS, that's Hourglass. Think that's it. Let's do highlighters. I want to pull in Opal, this one, Opal Fire from House Labs. I saw somebody use this as a like blush highlight duo combo. So I'm going to try that. I am going to do, why don't we do MAC Selena? This is a little bit deeper on the golden tone. Do that one. I think I'm gonna need to get something a little bit cooler tone highlighter, something on the pink. Okay, why don't we do Beaming Blush? Let's try this one from MAC. Ooh, that's gorgeous. So pretty. This one or Show Gold. Show Gold, although it's called Show Gold, I find it to be on the pinky side. Ooh, I'm gonna do Show Gold. Let's do Show Gold. Look at that. Sometimes it's all about MAC, sometimes it's not. Cali Ray is a pretty one. This is in the shade Highlight. This is an intense highlighter. Have that. Yeah, let's do it. Why not? We're gonna do the Cali Ray one. So I have, let me get one more. I just one more that's kind of subtle. I really want to try this. I haven't used it in a while. This is Cezanne Pearl Glow Highlight. I had picked it up from Japan when I was there, so I want to play with this one. All right, I'm gonna put everything back in the drawer and then we'll do swatches. Alrighty, you guys, I went ahead and put everything back in the drawer. It's actually the next day. I ran out of time yesterday. I did pull in a couple more lippies. I'm gonna move the lippies out of the way just to make a little bit of room in here, and then we'll go through the products and we'll do swatches of what we have. Okay, we will start with primers. For primers, I pulled in two. I pulled in this mini from MAC. This is the MAC Prep and Prime, and this is in the shade Radiant Pink. I'm hoping to be able to finish it this time around. Who knows? And the other primer that I pulled in is from Nabla. This is the Angel Aura Radiant Plumping Serum Primer. So I'm looking forward to playing with this one. I've had it for a little while. I just have not tested it. So looking forward to that. I also did place this one into my drawer. This is by Hamish, and this is the Arless Glow Base SPF 50 plus PA plus plus plus. This is a really beautiful illuminating primer. It's got the added benefit of it being an SPF, so I do really enjoy it. I actually use it more like an SPF, so I do use quite a bit of this stuff on my face, like a good, decent amount, not just if I'm wearing makeup. Even if I'm not wearing makeup, I've been really reaching for it. I'm really, really enjoying it. Definitely on the glowy side, so I'll warn you about that, but let me do a little swatch to show you. And it disappears into the skin, so it's not like leaving a white cast or anything like that. It's just glowy, beautifully glowy. All right, so that one comes out of here, and we're not coming out, but like moving it out of the way for now. What else did we pull in? I guess that's it for primers. I did purchase the Forever Dior Star Filter, and this is in the shade 2. I did get it to use kind of like I was using my Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter as like a highlighting, priming product. I just feel like maybe the shade 2 is a little bit on the lighter side. Yeah, see, like that's quite a big difference. With my skin tone, and I get it, like my hand is definitely deeper than my face, But still, I feel like this product is maybe too light. I might have to get the shade 3. I kept debating between the shade 2 and the shade 3. I went with the shade 2. I might have to pick up a shade 3 as well. For foundations, I have 3 in here. I've got the Maybelline Superstay 24-hour Skin Tint. I picked it up in the shade 129. It's a little bit deep for me, but it's a good summer shade. I've used it once and really enjoyed it. Very glowy for sure. The e.l.f. Soft Glam Satin Foundation. This is in the shade 25 Light Neutral. I couldn't help myself. I did put it on my skin today to see how it wears and how it looks. I did not set it or anything like that. I just wanted to see how it's gonna look on my face. The shade is not a bad shade. It could be, it's a little bit light, but I could make it work with bronzing and all of that. But I don't know longevity of it or any of that. I'm not so sure about it yet. So that we will be playing with. The TirTir Mask Fit Red Cushion Foundation. This is in the shade 24N. I have been playing with it, and you guys, when I first started using it, I was like, oh my gosh, this is stunning. I did not want to use anything else, so I have been really enjoying it, really been playing with it. A little bit goes a very long way. I have been using the sponge that it comes with it to apply it, and I'm really enjoying it. It does deepen when you're applying it. Like once it dries down, it's a little bit deeper than like when you first apply it, but not too bad. It does not oxidize throughout the day. It's not like a few shades deeper by the end of the day. None of that, but I have really been loving it, really enjoying it. Yeah, I fell for it. I went for it. I had to. For concealers, I have 3 concealers, and I have a NARS eye brightener. This is in the shade Golden Eyes. I really like this one. Definitely does a good job. And then for concealers, I have the Dior Forever Skin Correct in the shade 2W. It's a little bit on the olive tone, but it's pretty good for this time of the year. I have my Natasha Denona High Glam concealer, and this is in the shade N8. Definitely a summery shade for me. And then a repurchase of the Tower 28 concealer, and this is the serum concealer in the shade is K-Town. I just could not live without it. After my niece took my original, which had a pretty good dent in it, I needed it. I repurchased it. So that is that for foundations, concealers. Let's talk about powders real quick, and then we'll get into bronzers and whatnot. For powders, I pulled in 2 pressed powders. I pulled in the Glowish by Huda Luminous Pressed Powder. This is in the shade 03 Light. I know this line, the Glowish line, is getting discontinued, but I've had this in my collection, and I would like to play with it some more. Mainly gonna be kind of like a finishing powder because it is pretty glowy. The other pressed powder that I pulled in is the Urban Decay Prince Collab. This is the all-nighter waterproof setting powder. I don't really reach for this often, but with the foundations that I pulled in, the glowy foundations and how hot it's been, I might need that. I also pulled in the loose powder by Muji. I don't know much about it, but it's a loose powder. I think I read somewhere a while back that it was kind of like duping the Laura Mercier, or very comparable to the Laura Mercier powder, which I love. So, and then the last powder is the Haley's. This is the Retouch Perfecting Powder. I do not remember what I thought about this. It's been a little while since I used it. With Haley's, some stuff works for me, some stuff did not work. Hopefully this guy is gonna be okay. All right, we'll get started with bronzers. I pulled in the Charlotte Tilbury Contour Wand, Hollywood Contour Wand, and this is in the shade Fair Medium. I feel like this is kind of very similar tone to what my skin looks like after I've been in the sun. So I'm looking forward to playing with that one. I have loved it for sure. It's not a whole lot of product in here, but it's been loved. I do have a bronzer duo. This is the Patrick Ta. She's Sculpted Bronzer Duo. The powder and the cream. I think, oh man, see, I'm so used to swatching, to using this hand to swatch. I think we're just gonna, ooh, did I just hard pan it? Yeah, I did. Why? I feel like his products kind of hit hard pan pretty easily. Like his original blushes, just the one pan blush, they hard panned right away. So there's the powder, and then I'm gonna put the cream right over it. Powder is right here. Definitely intensified it. You can just do the cream by itself or the powder by itself, but there they are. That's powder, on top of it is cream, and that's just cream. We have the Laura Mercier Baked Blush Bronzer, and this is in the shade Ritual. This is, I enjoy this one quite a bit. I just hate how big and bulky this package is. It is a good shade, again, for me right now. It's kind of like, it's a blush bronzer, so it's a perfect shade for now, for this time of the year. We've got the other bronzer is by Kosas. This is the Sun Show, and the shade is Beachy. This is so pretty, so glowy, definitely a beachy, glowy bronzer. Look where I swatched it. What in the world did you just do, Rania? What was that? Here we go. Glowy. Ooh, so pretty. What else did we pull in? There's one more bronzer, which is the YSL All Hours Hyper Bronze, and this is in the shade 02. I feel like this might be the lightest for me at this time, but it's okay. We'll make it work. The formula feels really creamy. Seems to be really nice. The only thing is, like, it's so expensive, and I'm like, ugh. Not that I have a problem with buying, you know, luxury products, but I'm like, is it actually worth it? I do like the packaging, so we'll see what we think about it after this time around. That is it for bronzers. I'm gonna go ahead and move on to blushes. All right, let's start with the Dior Rosy Glow. We'll leave the creams to the end of the blushes because it's gonna be a little bit difficult. I've used this one once or twice since I picked it up. It's such a pretty color. It's perfect for like a really bright, very heavy blush look. Ooh, look at that. Sorry, my phone cut me off. I was moving on to Pomegranate Fizz by RMS Beauty. I don't know why this one is usually like fallen out of the package. I mean, I have the other one. I do not have the same problem with it. But this shade specifically does not want to stay in here. Pomegranate Fizz. This is one of the original shades from RMS Beauty. Ooh, I like that. I like that quite a bit. I'm gonna do the subtle one, and then we'll do the Kosas, and then we'll do the creams. This is Hourglass, and this is in the shade Brilliant Nude. It's gonna look, I was gonna say, it's gonna look like a highlighter on me. Maybe it's gonna be used as a highlighter, but there we go. And then we have these two from Kosas. They're new blushes. They are the Blushes Life, and I have the shade Hype, and I have Butterflies. I've played with Hype. I've used it quite a few times, and it's so pretty. I really like it. I feel like the formula is a little more forgiving than the Rare Beauty formula, so it does not emphasize much texture, like kind of like the Rare Beauty does. Not that that bothers me. I'm still gonna use the glow. I like the glow, but just an FYI, if you have problems with pores and textures and all that, this is a lot more forgiving than the Rare Beauty. And then the shade Butterflies, which is not typically a shade that I would reach for, but I'm like, you know what? Let's try it. There it is. It's, yeah, definitely not a shade I typically reach for. I feel like these cool tone, kind of like lilac leaning blushes, not necessarily complement my skin tone the best, but
I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try and get out of my comfort zone. And now let's do the 3 cream blushes. We've got the e.l.f. Halo Glow Beauty Wand. This is in the shade Rosé You Slay. What the heck? I didn't think I used this guy. So where did the... I got it from Ulta. It was... Okay, I squeezed way too much. It wasn't a packaging. Did I use it? And I just blanked out. Yeah, I squeezed quite a bit. Way too much. Oh my. Yeah, it's way too much. But here we are. I know. I said I was not going to swatch on this hand, but just habit, you guys. Habit. And then we have the Say Dewy Blush in the shade Chili. I finally got it during the Sephora VIB sale, and of course they released a bronzer in the same format recently, and I'm like, do I need it? Do I need it? I decided it's time to try the blush before we pick up the bronzer. That's such a beautiful shade. Highly influenced by Jamie Page with that shade. And then we have the Give Dewy Plum Collagen Cheek Tint. You guys, she has 50% off going on currently on her website for 4th of July. Got the email this morning and I'm like, ooh, I gotta try this before I place an order for another one, which I think I might. And I was pretty impressed with the formula, so I might get a different shade. There's a lot of stuff on her website that I've been interested in that are sold out, like quite a few products. I want to say most of her dual blushes are sold out too. So there it is. Not a very intense, which is fine. It's a cheek tint, and I guess the shade is Hibiscus. I don't know if I already said it yet, but there it is. So pretty. I'm looking forward to playing with these. And yeah, if I'm being honest with myself and with you guys, I will most likely order another shade. Alrighty, for highlighters, we pulled in 5 in total. I played with this one today. Again, I keep saying I wanted to play with some stuff. I just could not wait. This is by House Labs, and this is one of their highlighters, the Bioradiant Gel Powder Highlighter, and the shade is Fire Opal. I don't know if you've been seeing that sunset cheek look thing. The combination of the Dewy Plum blush from Give, blend it, and then putting this, kind of like merging the two together. Ooh, I was so impressed. Definitely bright, you know, like you gotta like blush for that, but I've been really enjoying blushy, like happy, strong blush looks. So there it is. It's such a beautiful highlighter. So I picked it up originally to use as a blush, like when they first released. We've got MAC Selena highlighter. This is La Leyenda. And a little bit dark for me, usually, but I think it's gonna be a decent shade. Oh, I think I tanned like 3 or 4 shades deeper this summer. We've got Cali Ray highlight, and the shade is Starlight Beach. This is intense. This is definitely somebody who likes blinding highlighters. There's that one. And then we've got MAC. This is the Extra Dimension Skin Finish in Show Gold. Can't remember which one is my broken one. Maybe I did get rid of it, but one of them was broken, like fallen out of the package. So Show Gold right here. And then lastly is this highlighter from Cezanne. This is Pearl Glow Highlight, and the shade is 02. I felt when I first used it, I felt like it was very similar to, you know, the Essence what are they called? The Essence highlighters, the very kind of like super subtle. Doesn't look like much, but you look like you're glowing from within. This is what I felt I was getting from this guy. So, not bad. I wonder how it's going to be with a brush. I haven't used it with a brush on my face yet. I've only swatched it. So that takes care of all the highlighters, complexion products. Let's go ahead and move on to eyeshadow palettes. I'm gonna start with Rowan. This is the 52 degrees eyeshadow palette or eye quad. I am gonna swatch it on here. I have enough room. I have been really liking like mauvey, not super gray looks, but like a little bit on the cooler tone eye look, especially for a quick one shadow look. Yeah, see the silvery one or the grayish silver is the most intense in here. This is the purple. I think I need a little bit more of this guy. Yeah, these shades are so pretty and they're so easy to use. So that's Rowan. I'm gonna wait on the Groovy Garden. I have not swatched it at all yet, so we're gonna want to do quite a few swatches. We have Carly Bible. Do enjoy it. I hate the packaging. I just think that whatever these are meant to be I hate that. I don't think it looks good. I know I had it not that long ago. I do want to swatch one of my favorite shades for sure, the OA shade. I'm gonna see, my fingers decided for me that they want to swatch on this hand. It's all right, we'll make it work. Look at that shade. It's definitely one of my favorite shades in ABH palettes in general. Let's do Aura, my angels. They're so creamy, you guys. They're super creamy. Aura, my angels. Which other shade do we want to do? Why don't we do, let's do Libra. And then how about this one? Boli? I don't know. B-O-L-I. It's a dud of a shade. It's just like a satiny inner corner highlight. And then this is Jody. Is Jody her mom or her sister? I'm not sure. Okay. Natasha Denona Gold Palette. Ooh, this was, yeah, I have definitely shown it love, but I think it needs more. Let's see. Yeah, she just released her gold palette, which I think does not have these kind of like teal blue shades. Let's do the gold swatches. We'll do this one, which is lime chrome, and then we'll do this one, which is brass. So lime chrome, brass. Let's see. I like the shade, but it's definitely a topper shade. This is Sparks. Does not have like a base tone. It just has the beautiful sparkle. Let's do, this one is the shade Kava. I really like the formula of this shade. Like Kava. It's very similar to this one, but it has a little bit more of a base tone to it. What else do we want to do? I'm going to do all the shimmery shades. Let's do this one, which is Oro. This one, which is, what's that one called? Varus? But I don't know what Varus is. But this is a satiny shade where it's like metallic Oro. Oh shoot, I already swatched this one. I'm like, I swatched it for sure right here. Well, we can intensify the swatch. If you want to know if you can build it up to make it extremely blinding, yeah, you can.
And we have 2 more shades. I'm gonna go back to this one for sure. What's this one called? This is Alchemist and then Aurum, I guess. Alchemist and Aurum. Various shades of gold, yellow. Let's do the blue one here, which is in the shade Aurora. Yep. So Aurora. Right here. Kind of think that maybe I should pull in that blue eyeliner from Dose of Colors. There's that, and then I'm gonna do this one because, well, it's a matte. It's a creamy matte. This is Python. Like, how could you not do golds with this kind of bluish shade? What kind? How do you describe this shade? Is it teal? It's not teal. I should call my son. So, I do not have the urge to pick up her new gold palettes, thankfully. So, I'm just gonna play with what I have. Sparkle hands. All right, 2 more eyeshadow palettes. We've got the Groovy Garden from Ensley Rain, and then we've got Pat McGrath Labs, which has also blushes. I totally forgot about that. So let's do this one first. This is the Starstruck Splendor. She released 2 of these when she released them, and I waited quite a long time to order them until they were really good price on her website. Now she does her sales. Okay, that looks like another one of those topper shades. Yeah, for sure. This one, this one. I'm not used to swatching with this hand. I feel very weird. Okay. Ooh, that green. Wow. Okay, I guess I better save it for the end. So, in the order. I like a lot. So, the first, this is how I went. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Should we do the mattes? I think we should do them since we're here. Before I go wash my hands and my wet wipe for the Groovy Garden. Let's do the mattes. This does not feel very creamy. This one does. Not so much. Not so much. Oh. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about them. They kind of look a bit patchy, but we shall see on the eyes. And then the 2 blushes, because, well, why not? I know it's, should have swatched them when I swatched the blushes, but I'm gonna do them on here. It'll be easier for my fingers to do that. It's blush 1 and blush 2. Not a whole lot of, oh, there we go. There we go. They're okay. They're decent. We'll have to see how they go on my skin. Alrighty. Oh, they had names. Nymphette and Coral Cosmos. Nymphette and Coral Cosmos. And then these have names as well. All right, Ensley Rain Groovy Garden. I know it's not the time of the year for it, but I'm still gonna play with it, and I'm just gonna try to get the best use out of this guy. It does look quite a bit like fall palette. Some of these shades, like let's say this one and maybe this one, they kind of remind me of ABH Subculture palette. I've been really enjoying the Ensley Rain formula, so, you know. Do I want to swatch
all of it. See the things like, am I gonna fit it in here? I guess we'll get started. Let's do the mattes first because you know the shimmers are gonna be a big mess, but we'll do the mattes and then try to squeeze them all in. Free Thinker, Bliss, Free Love, and Mystic Mauve. Okay, I'm not, they're, you know, those lighter color shades are, it is what it is kind of thing, you know. I want to fit it all in one arm, so. It feels so much more creamy than that Bridgerton palette from Pat McGrath, which is a bit concerning. Okay, let's do the bottom row. We've got Grass, we've got Foxy, Good Vibes, Earthy Ember. So we've got Grass, Foxy, Good Vibes. Good Vibes is vanished on my arm a little bit. And then Earthy Embers. Okay. And then the last three mattes, I guess I could still use it. It's not really, I mean, I could use all of these. These three shades are the only ones that are fallish. We've got Hazy Dreams, Babe, and Dig It. Yeah, see, like, I feel like these two definitely remind me of some ABH subculture. Now, for the shimmers and multi-chromes and whatever you want to call them, I'm going to do them on this side. Let's see. Free Spirit. Oh, I love the formula. So creamy. Ooh, look at that shade. Free Spirit. Moonchild. Yeah, baby. Jazzed. Very similar to Moonchild, but different formula. Okay, and then we have Retro, which is not a shade. Oh, I picked up way too much. It's so creamy. My God, I don't see myself using this shade, to be honest, on my eyes. Maybe, but I dipped my finger into way too much of this. Like way too much. All right, 3 more shades. Yeah. Okay, Rania, Gentle, Vintage Vibes, Trippy, ooh, and Lava Lamp, ooh. Vintage Vibes, Trippy, and Lava Lamp. I tried not to get too much from the last 3. Didn't want to waste product. I think it's a beautiful palette, you guys. What do you think? Really pretty. Yeah, there are a couple more I'm eyeing. I'm definitely eyeing, what's the other one? Their Flower Child, I think it was called. Anyways, there's Groovy Garden. The only thing remaining are lippies, and we're talking about setting spray. I'm gonna try and do lippies. I'm gonna do them on this hand. I'm gonna try my best to fit as many in there as I can. We have quite a bit. We got quite a bit. The majority are glosses, because that's what I really like and that's what I've been using, and I've been considering getting rid of all of my bullets. I know, crazy talk, but I might just, I might end up doing some declutters. We have Bobbi Brown Crushed Oil Infused Gloss, and this is in the shade Love Letter. Start with this one. I really enjoy the formula of these lippies from Bobbi Brown. Really enjoy them. So there's this guy. Let's do these two by e.l.f. These are the SPF something. And I have the shade Pink Me Girl and Blush Much. This is Pink Me Girl. This is the one that I've been using in my beach bag. It's just been sitting in my beach bag. There it is. There's Pink Me Girl. And then Blush Much. Very similar to each other, but slightly different. We have, oh, I finally got one of these and I'm gonna pick up a couple more. This is from Kiko Milano. This is the 3D Hydra lip gloss and this is in the shade 20. I really like it. I'm definitely gonna get a couple more shades. It's a good price and a good formula. Yeah, there's that one. Let's do the Dewy Plump Collagen Lip Gel from Give. And this is also in the shade Hibiscus. I was hoping that I would get a monochromatic moment with this one and the blush. Felt like it might have spilled. There it is. It's very pigmented. On the thicker side for sure. We have Pat McGrath Fire Nectar, Pale Fire Nectar. I have a feeling I had this not that long ago in here. There's that. A very similar one is the Pure X Barbie. I took this one with me on travel and my God, it made such a dent in it. And this is in the shade Boss Gloss. It's so nice. It is so nice, so comfortable on the lips. Really like it. Very, very close. We've got Euphoria. This is the Dewy Gloss, Hydrating Lip Gloss, and this is in the shade 09 Play with Fire. I have been enjoying this one as well too. There's that. And we have Jisoo. This is that lip oil. Is it lip oil? And the shade is Strawberry Sorbet. I have not used it yet. It's got a really nice tint to it. Okay, and what's next? Okay, we've got these two by Tarte. I purchased these around the holidays, and of course I have not used them yet. So let's see what they are. We have the Maracuja Juicy Lip and Maracuja Juicy Lip Plump. The Juicy Lip is in the shade Fig. Ooh, this looks like it's gonna be a nice shade. It kind of like gets goopy. That did not swatch the best, but there it is. It's a pretty shade. And then this is the Plump in the Rosy Copper Shimmer Glass. Wow, that's quite a name. Okay, try not to push too much because don't want it gooping on my hand. Oh, I'm not so sure about this one. I'll have to see how it goes on the lips. It's drier, not as goopy or creamy as this one was, but we will find out. I pulled in 2 bullet lipsticks and 1 liquid lipstick. The bullet lipsticks that I pulled in, one is in the Girl Power shade from Real Her. I've used this one once or twice previously, and I actually enjoy the shade quite a bit, and I like how tiny it is. And then we have Dragon Girl from NARS. This is one of the Power Mattes. Such a beautiful color for this time. And the last one is this liquid lip from Rose Inc., and this is in the shade Their Union. That's a beautiful color for this time. Look at that. That's bright. Okay. Like I'm gonna end up using these somewhere. I'm gonna. All right. The tulip liners are by Elf. I'm not gonna open them because I'm gonna have to write the names on them somewhere. But these are $2. I have Pinky Swear, which is a beige pink, and Truth or Dare, which is a peachy pink. So there's that. The two setting sprays that I have are the Elf Power Grip Dewy Setting Spray and TirTir Mask Fit Makeup Fixer. These two together, obviously. But yeah, I'm enjoying TirTir quite a bit. I've had it for a while. The setting spray, I've had it for a while. And that concludes this video. I know it was a long one. I hope you had a snack, you grabbed a snack, a drink, or whatever it is. I hope you enjoyed it though. If you did, please make sure to go ahead and give this video a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And yeah, I hope to see you guys in the next one. Bye.